Well, good afternoon, basketball fans from the Stroud Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Montana Western. The second game of our Frontier Conference doubleheader, the men's game featuring the Montana Western Bulldogs, 2-0 in the conference and 10-5 overall, hosting the University of Providence. The Argos 1-1 in the Frontier Conference and 7-8 overall. And Mike, they have something in common: is both teams have beaten Carroll for a win. I'm Wally Felt along with Mike Miller, and our producer director is Brett Wiebe. And as we get ready to go for our game today, we have our starting lineups. You can see them on the screen. First of all, for the University of Providence Argos, those are the 5 starters from head coach J.C. Isaacson. J.C., a Montana Western graduate, played basketball here for Steve Keller, and he's on the second year of building a good quality program in Great Falls, and he's a Great Falls guy. He's just from Augusta.
And he has a great advantage because his summertime job is to work with the young basketball players across the state. I believe he's got 2 or possibly 3 under-18 crews that he travels with.
Well, it's kind of like what those Canadian ones that we talked about had those programs. Now for the Montana Western starters, you see those guys across our screen. The Bulldogs are dressed in gray with red and white trim, and the Argos in their road blues. And I was trying to figure out what the Argos' exact color are. We can't say they are the Seahawk colors, and I find that they are Argo blue and Argo green. Those are the exact colors for the Bulldogs. Well, this should be a fun matchup.
Yeah, really, it's a very, very dark blue, and then with that green, very much like the Seahawk green, but.
Our officials crew tonight, the head official is Trevor Cutterbaugh, and on his crew, Tom Dwyer and Mark Brecky. Those are the men in the stripes. A little different. They have uniforms too. They have different uniforms too.
Yep. Oh.
Not sure exactly what happened there. Argos control the opening tip. Jamal Bowles with the setting things up for the Argos. Oh, nice move to the basket.
Go ahead, try it.
Ada Onosovs. And JC said, yep, that's how you phonetically say it. So I took a guess and I was successful. And he just commits the foul.
Fouls on number 15, Nick Andisov. That's his first.
Ada Onosovs came a little distance to play basketball from Riga, Latvia. Of course, he did play at Western New Mexico before he made his little journey to Great Falls.
Is that at Portales?
I am not sure. Stepney puts up the three-pointer, doesn't get it. Gruler with the rebound, off to Hale. Hale doesn't make it, and it's Argo basketball.
Alan Kane had that great night here where he was he 6 out of 7 from the three-point line?
No, he was perfect. The only place he missed one was
that's
free
right,
throw.
At the free throw line. And Kyle Gruler the other night had 32 as the Bulldogs beat Carroll.
Shot clock down to 5.
Trying to go a little high-low.
Yeah.
Point guard all the way into the post. But it's got to be perfect because he had been pushed way down almost underneath the basket.
So the Bulldogs with possession yet to score. Argos lead 2-zip. Just underway. Frontier Conference men's basketball matinee.
It is. It's only 4:18 as Abby
Adato puts the Bulldogs on the board, and it's 2-2. Other games today, Carroll's at Montana Tech, and Rocky is at Northern up on the High Line. Oh, nice steal by Kevin Bethel. He just tipped the ball up in the air, and the Bulldogs grabbed it and now have a chance to take the lead. Bethel to Gruler, he'll drive in, now comes back out to Adato. Adato calls the play, and he gets the ball tipped out of bounds. Good defensive play by Boyd.
Sneaky. Got around the back.
Yes.
Got to protect the ball.
Gruler puts up the three and hits it. Kyle Gruler hits a three, and the Bulldogs lead 5-2. Chavez out with the three. He misses the three. Bethel with the Bulldog rebound. Gruler to Stepney. Stepney to Adato, inside to Gruler. Gruler comes back outside now.
Very smart, very smart.
He got his 7 seconds on the shot clock. Stepney with a step back three. No good, but Kane had the rebound for a second, but Boyd tipped it out of his hands and into his hands. And it's Argo ball trailing 5-2. Chavez thinks about a three. Now he's going to go inside. Shot is up, and shot is good by Anisofs. And the score, 5-4. Bulldogs lead by one. 16:25 left in the first half. Can't see it be a low-scoring game, but you never know. Bulldogs average 80. Providence averages 82. And here come the Argos after the missed Bulldog shot. Shot is up and good by Boyles. And the Argos back in front, 6-5. Oh, Kane, reverse layup, pretty move underneath the basket. Kane struggled a little bit against Carroll, but that was pretty. 7-6 Bulldogs. Bowles with the basket, and the Argos back out in front, 8-7. Adato to Stepney. Stepney with the three, off the glass, no good. Bowles with the rebound. Here come the Argos. Bowles, 6'5" senior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Wouldn't I like to be in Fort Lauderdale today?
What's happening today?
It's cold here. It's warm there.
Oh.
Fouls on number 12, Abby Adato. That's his first.
Adato with the first team foul for the Bulldogs. Bowles an 80% free throw shooter, and the Argos leading scorer at 16 points a game.
Jinxed him.
No, I didn't. It's all in his head.
Merritt, number 34, Jackson Berkeley, and number 32, Jacob Ankeny.
That's just a misconception started by online communities.
It was started by guys that jinx foul shooters. Oh.
Well, he missed both free throws, but the Argos get the rebound right back again, and the shot clock didn't start. Foul, I think that's Coulter Merritt maybe is going to be called for the foul.
Number 21, Coulter Merritt.
I was right. That's 2 in a row now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but who's keeping score?
Me. 8-7, Providence leads the Bulldogs by 1, 14-20 left to play first half. Three up and no good, and rebound controlled by the Argos. Three-point from the outside by Bowles, in and out, no good. Merritt with the Bulldog rebound. Bulldogs cross the timeline and set the offense. Gruler works his way in, off the glass, no good, and into the hands of Chavez of the Argos. And here come the Argos looking to build on that 1-point lead. Oh, and Ankeny with the block. Kane with the offensive rebound. Ankeny with the block for the Bulldogs.
I've teased him a little bit about the haircut.
He's bigger than you are.
Yes, and he does a good job. Much better than he was playing last year.
Fouls on number 10, Ryan Johnson.
Chavez with the foul for the Argos, and we have a timeout. Timeout on the court. It is the University of Providence 8, Montana Western 7. Back with more front.
That's 23 years of basketball coaching.
We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium. We might have to get Peyton Hagee and Isabel London at halftime for interviews.
And there's Ava.
Yeah, we get Ava too. Yeah.
They will all look better on the radio than we do, or on the webcasting.
Bulldogs and Argos on the court here. Second half of our Frontier Conference doubleheader. Chavez with a three, no good. Merritt gets the rebound. And the Bulldogs on the attack, trailing by 1. 12:40 left to play.
You know, I've said it before, Merritt makes things happen out there. Things that don't show up in the scorebook.
Ankeny double teamed. Oh, and he tried to get the ball to Stepney. Stepney was about a step away from keeping the ball on the right side of the court, but he's called for over and back.
Those backcourt violations just drive me crazy. Look at the size of the front court.
Oh, nice move to the basket by the freshman Quinn Swanson.
Fouls number 34.
And he gets layup, and he'll get to shoot a free throw, make it a
His first.
three-point play the old-fashioned way. Swanson, a freshman from Mount Vernon, Washington. But he misses the free throw. And Berkeley gets the board for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs trail by 3, 10-7.
Just a little bit late.
Inside to Adedo. Adedo out to Stepney, and he'll put up the three. No good, and it's high off the backboard. It will be Argo basketball. 11:57 left to play in the first half. Argo's leading 10-7.
That thing bounced up high enough it went off the shot clock. The support on the shot clock.
Shot is up and no good. Adedo with the rebound. What's hanging from the shot clock?
The ball tipped up and went off the standard there above the shot clock.
Stepney, oh, pretty move, little floater. Aimed it right to that square behind the hoop, and it went in, and the Argo lead trimmed to 1, 10-9. As Mike said, we got a nice Saturday crowd.
The Beavers, of course, are on the road. They're in Polson tonight. I think the wrestlers are gone as well.
Adedo commits the foul. I think that was pretty apparent.
Fouls on number 21, Coulter Merritt.
Or Coulter Merritt. Huh.
That's his second one.
Wow. Fourth team foul on the Bulldogs, and it will send to the free throw line Ryan Chavez, the junior from Fresno, California. 11 points a game he averages, and he's also an 81% free throw shooter.
Checking back in for the Bulldogs, number 23, Kyle Brewer, and number 20, Alan Kane.
And Chavez will go back to the free throw line. Misses the second one. Another one of those ones that went everywhere but in. 11-9. Argos with a 2-point lead over the Bulldogs. We're approaching the halfway mark of the first half. 10:48 remaining in the first half. Adedo works his way in. Hook off the backboard and in, and the game tied at 11. Nice play.
Give up the low post or right in the middle. He's going to score.
13-11. Argos. Grueller with the ball. He goes over the top of Swanson and scores. 13-13 now the score. Argos lost a close one Thursday night, 75-71 in Billings to Rocky. While the Bulldogs here were beating Carroll College 78-69. Mike Wright tips the ball out of bounds, and so Bulldogs putting the ball in play in front of the Argo bench. Grueller puts up the three. Hard one off the glass right into the waiting arms of Antoine Boyd. Hard off the rim, I should say. Oh, nice pass, but the Argos
And it should be the Bulldogs' ball.
It is.
Okay.
Officials pointing. I think they were just waiting for the scrum to clear over there. So all tied at 13. Bulldogs with the ball. Adedo shot in and out, no good. Argos with the rebound. Bowles with it. He comes across the timeline, setting things up. Now off to Wright. Wright's three-point attempt is good. Mike Wright, a 37% three-point shooter, gives the Argos a three-point lead, 16-13, 8:40 left to play in the first half. Nice little move to the basket by Jalen Stepney, the PE and health major from Seattle, Washington, and he is a Seahawk fan, believe it or not.
He's welcome at my brother's house.
Well, I guess if you grew up in Seattle, you should be a Seahawk fan, right?
Yeah.
Kane from the free throw line, in and out and in, and the Bulldogs back out in front, 17-16. .740 left to play. Shot up, no good. Adedo with the rebound for Montana Western. Stepney looked like he was going to go all the way. Now he holds off, sets the offense. Say Stepney's the floor general for the Bulldogs. Adedo, little softy, and the Bulldogs in front, 19-16. 7:10 left to play. Ooh, and that was a nice move. Tainasovs. 19-18 Bulldogs. Think they're going to reach the 80 average?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Kane put the shot up, but Wright checked it away. Oh, beautiful pass from Wright to Bowles, and Bowles stuffed it, and the Argos on top by one, 20-19. Stepney puts up the three, no good. Rebound by John Floyd, the freshman from Stanwood, Washington. And stolen away by Adedo, but stolen right back away by the Argos. Bowles puts up the shot, no good. Rebound controlled once again by the Argos. And another three missed by the Argos. That was Boyd again. And we have immediate timeout. Our score, University of Providence 20, Montana Western 19. Back with more on the Bulldog Sports Network. We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium trying to wrangle a halftime guest. Did she say yes or no?
believe she said.
I think she said yes.
I believe she said no.
We may have a guest at halftime.
Maybe.
20-19 now. Our score, the Argos with a 1-point lead. This has been a low-scoring half for two teams that average 80-ish points a game. Bulldogs 80 and the Argos 82.
Oh,
and Grueller, high pass, and Kyle Grueller couldn't control it. He did visit a couple people in the stands.
A little bit of a zone defense there. I think that upset the Bulldogs. Weren't expecting that.
So 20-19, Argos with a 1-point lead and the ball. Bowles comes down and sets the offense. Chavez has it. He's guarded by Billy Carlson, who checked in at the last timeout. And right from the wing is no good. Kane with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs now have a chance to regain the lead. Grueller goes in, lays it up, reverse layup, no good. Ankeny with the offensive rebound, and he was fouled, so he'll go to the free throw line.
Fouls on number 34, Keith Stuckman. His first.
Stuckman with the foul for the Bulldogs, the 6'6" redshirt freshman from Great Falls, sending Ankeny to the free throw line. Gets the first free throw, game tied at 20.
Okay, something wrong with the clock.
That is an obnoxious buzzer.
You're going to have to shut the whole thing down?
Sounds like a teacher I used to have. Ankeny gets both free throws, and the Bulldogs in front, 21-20. 4:50 left to play. Wright puts the shot up, no good.
Grueller.
Thank you. Grueller with the rebound. Kane with the little 10-footer, doesn't fall, but Ankeny high for the rebound and putback. And the Bulldogs in front by 3, 23-20. 4:20 left to play. Oh, Wright puts the three up, and he's going to go to the free throw line to shoot three.
Jackson's second foul.
Wright leads the Argos in free throw shooting at 83%, gets the first. And second. Misses the third one, though, so the Bulldogs maintain a lead. It's a one-pointer, 23-22. 4:05 left to play in the first half. Grueller with the three, no good. Rebound tipped to Kane by Billy Carlson. Kane with the three from the wing. This one no good. Rebound by the Argos, Husha. And he brings it all the way down court. Wright with the three from the wing, no good. And rebound tipped out of bounds by Carlson. He tried to tip it to Grueller.
Tried to do the same thing he did down here.
So it will be Argo basketball with 3:33 left to play. Argos trailing by 1, 23-22. Chavez open for a three, doesn't take it, steps in and he stepped into the top of the key and took it and missed it. Rebound to the Bulldogs. Kane setting the Bulldog offense. Carlson to Ankeny. Ankeny working inside, and he is fouled as he goes to the basket, fouled by Stuckman. I think that's Stuckman's second foul.
I think so. Fourth for the team. No.
Ankeny, the 6'8" redshirt junior, misses the free throw. He's from Marsing, Idaho.
Right down on the river. Not that I know anything about it, but there's a winery down there.
Huh. He gets the second out of two, and the Bulldog lead is 24-22. 2:52 left in the first half. Argos with the ball, trailing by 2. Oh, good defense by Billy Carlson.
Yeah. Good backdoor cut, though. Carlson hadn't been there. That's a layup.
Kevin Stepney will bring the ball across the timeline for the Bulldogs with a 2-point lead, 24-22.
See the zone defense. Got to have two guards out here because they've got.
Argo steal. Here comes a fast break. Shot is up. Oh, and Gruler with the shot block.
Oh, block out.
Defensive rebound by Bowles and a putback by Bowles, and it's tied at 24. 1:50 left to play. Stepney with the little shot that doesn't fall. 24-24. 1:40 left to play in the first half. And Alan Kane with a nice little steal. And was he staying in the air for a couple of seconds?
He just let the defender go by.
Bye-bye, and he laid it up and in, and it's 26-24, a minute 20 left to play. Bulldogs lead by 2. And Adato with the block. Oh, but right back is a steal by Swanson. Swanson, a freshman, playing like he's been playing this college game for a few years. And Swanson will go to the free throw line. You know, when he shoots a three, he's a 53% three-point shooter. 1:07 left in the first half. Swanson gets the first free throw. And second free throw. So game tied at 26. Pat Jensen wants a Bulldog timeout. And we'll be back with more on the Bulldog Sports Network right after this. We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium, and Mike and I were talking when we were in break there, and Thursday the Bulldogs will host Montana Tech, and also halftime of, I can't remember which game it is, but the Bulldog football team will be presented with the Frontier Conference Championship trophy. 26-26 the score. Kyle Grueller puts the shot up, doesn't get it, but Adato's there for the offensive putback, and he puts it in, and the Bulldogs lead 28-26. 37 seconds left in the game, and the Argos toss the ball away.
Kyle Grueller just walked in front of us and grinned a little bit.
About a 6-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Adato drives the basket, double teamed underneath, still gets the shot away, doesn't fall, rebound to the Argos. Here comes Bowles. Swanson puts the shot up and scores. And that's halftime. So we go into halftime the same way we started, all tied up. Our score, Montana Western 28 and Providence 28. We'll be back with more on the Bulldog Sports Network. Okay, we're back at the Stroud Gymnasium. It's halftime in the men's game, all tied up at 28. And at our table, we have Peyton Hagee, Bulldog great, 3-point excellent. And, you know, I will formally apologize to our whole audience. You became Peyton Vogel twice.
Oh,
So-
you're always messing up my
Yeah,
name.
I know. Too many Peytons. I'm guessing, because you were relatively the same age as Peyton, I'm guessing that if you would go back and look at girls' names the year you were born, I bet you there was a lot of Peytons.
Probably.
You just spell it different. But Peyton Hagee, thank you for stopping in and spending a little time with it. Congratulations, a big win coming up with a conference win.
Yeah, big win. Big win. We needed it.
Yeah, well, you it's been an interesting season to say the least for the Bulldogs, and you kind of got thrown in having to play three of the better teams in the conference right away. You almost came away with a win against Carroll. I mean, you guys played great against Carroll. Almost had it.
Yeah.
A couple of little things that the ball bounced the wrong way. But tonight, you're playing Providence, another good one. You had the lead for 3 quarters, and then all of a sudden it looks like the wheels came off a little bit. Coach Cooper called a couple of timeouts. What did she say to you in those timeouts to kind of settle things down a little bit?
Yeah, just kind of a reset. I mean, we did get tired there for a little bit, so just kind of a reset. And like that last play of the game to go into overtime, we just set up a play, and she did a great job of designing it. It was a 3 for me, and if I couldn't get that 3 off, then Maddie Moy was going to hit that bunny, and it worked out great. Kenzie Peterson had a great screen for me. I was wide open. Maddie passed the ball great to me, and, got that 3 off, and it went in. So it was perfect.
And that's gotta give you guys a nice boost of confidence. You almost beat a nationally ranked team, and then you did beat a nationally ranked team, and it was a couple of really good games where it seems like you guys actually found the right formula to play together.
Yeah. I mean, you never know what's going to happen in this conference. You never know who's going to win every night. So.
Well, let's talk about Peyton Hagee off the basketball court. You are from?
I'm from Ephrata, Washington.
And where in Washington is that?
Like Central Washington, close to Moses Lake, in between Seattle and Spokane.
Okay.
Just a little farm town.
And you come from a family of educators.
Yes, I do.
Because you are an elementary ed major?
PE and health, yeah.
Okay. But your dad is an instructor right now, a teacher right now?
Yes, yeah. He's the woodshop teacher at the high school back in Ephrata, and my mom's the high school counselor.
Do they still say guidance counselor, or do they just say counselor?
I'm not even sure. I mean, I think guidance counselor, probably counselor, same thing.
Yeah. And then you started your collegiate career at North Idaho.
Yeah, I did.
And then what was your thoughts about coming here? I mean, you only played 1 year of JC ball. Usually it's a two-year gig.
Right.
But you chose to come to Montana Western. And I know you were recruited by Lindsey Woolley,
Yeah.
at the time. And is he a smooth talker? What did he tell you? What did he tell you to come to Western?
Man, he's a great guy. I loved his personality. I love Dylan. I know it's a small town, but I really wanted that. After being in Coeur d'Alene, a bigger city, I wanted to come to a small town with a great community, and we have that here. So that's been great. There was some coaching changes. At NIC, we had like 3 coaches in the span of a year, and they had some issues with their credentials and stuff. The goal out of high school was go to a 4-year, and then I was thankful enough to get a couple opportunities and chose Western. And
this is Western has for many years has had one of the better reputations for teacher education. In fact, little history for you: the guy who kind of laid the guidelines for student teaching and whatnot actually taught at Western long time ago. And the model that you guys, because I know you're student teaching right now, right?
Right.
Those guidelines that you came up with were developed right here at Western almost 100 years ago. So, this has been a teacher education college for a lot of years.
Right, and that's what I want to do. And the block schedule is very appealing, and
especially as a student athlete.
Oh yeah.
But you're done with the classroom part of your process right now. It's just as a student teacher, and who are you student teaching underneath?
I'm student teaching at the middle school for Mr. Williams. He's a great guy.
He's a Montana Western grad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Peyton, I'm going to let you get off the hot seat. You did great. You did great.
Thank you.
You did great. You were a little nervous. And I promise I will work on the correct Peyton in the broadcast from now on. I still have a whole bunch of games to do, so we'll keep it good. But Peyton, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Wally.
You're welcome. Peyton Hagee, Bulldog basketball player who hit a three that sent the game into overtime. And we're going to be back and look at stats and whatnot after this on the Bulldog Sports Network.
So I don't know what the heck it is. 1, 2, 3 other people.
We were on for a second.
Oh.
We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium. Had a nice little visit with Peyton Hagee. She pointed out to me that I didn't not only called her Peyton Vogel, but yesterday I called her Isabella Lund twice. So, Trinity Nichols twice or once. So he said what she said. No, she didn't say anything. Anyway, looking at the stats, do we?
All I desperately wanted to know is that I hadn't been cussing when she was listening on the.
We have team stats up on the board right now, and as we look at that, no double-figured scorers. You really think they're going to make it to their average?
I did for a bit, but now they're 28-28, and look at the three-point shooting from the two teams. They are 2 of 21, one shooting 10%, one shooting 9% from the three-point line. That'll really cost them if they're trying for 80 points.
You're saying 9% shooting is not good?
That's not gonna do it. I will. You look at Kyle Gruber. He's got 7 points. He's got 8 rebounds. I think if he has a good second half, he might be someone that we could nominate as Frontier Conference Player of the Game after the great game he had on Thursday where he tossed down 32 points.
Well, you look at points off of turnovers, very, very close. Providence with 6 and Western with 7. Points in the paint, also very close. Providence with 18, Western with 20. Second chance points, dead even with 4 apiece. No fast break points, and
look at the times that the score has been tied. 7 times, 8 times the lead has changed, and that when we only scored 56 points in for both teams.
Well, this is called Frontier Conference basketball.
Some tough defense, especially when you take advantage of the other team having a rough night. You amp up the defense a little bit.
Well, I like always looking at the history of the schools that we play. We talk about the name changes Montana Western has been through. Providence has had their share of name changes. 1932, they were established as the Great Falls Junior College for Women. 1933, they became the Great Falls Normal College. In 1937, they were a true college or co-educational school, and then from 1942 into the 1950s, they were the Great Falls College of Education, and then in the 1950s, and no exact date, I guess they just rounded it off to the 1950s, they became the College of Idaho and
Idaho
College of Great Falls.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened in 1960 in Great Falls?
Earthquake? No, that was...
They moved from the Columbus Hospital campus to where they are right now, on 20th Street.
Yeah.
So, and then in 1967, Jason the Argonaut was adopted as the mascot, which was the very first year they had men's basketball. And then in 1985, they dropped athletics because of enrollment, declining enrollment, and money. But then in 2001, they've been reinstated. And then in 2021, complete rebranding with new school colors. And as I said, Argo Blue, Argo Green, and the new name, University of Providence.
It was the College of Great Falls, I think, when we were going to school.
They were one of our tougher
Yeah. Now, I remember one night here, one of the Argo players got his finger caught in the net. And of all people, Casey Kelts yelled at me, and I took him over to the clinic. And I was so worried that they were going to have to cut his finger off. I can't remember his name, Brent something or other, but great big guy. And he was very stoic all the way to the hospital.
Argos have opening possession of the half, and they make it easy. They make it a good one as they score. Bowles puts the Argos in front, 30-28. Bulldogs with their first offensive possession.
I thought...
And a steal.
Double teamed the ball handler, and as soon as he turned his back, everybody else went to the most obvious receiver. Picked it off.
And this gives the Argos a chance to build on their 2-point lead. Oh, a nice play that just didn't work.
But I thought the Bulldogs would figure out a way to defend against that, because that same play happened 4 or 5 times in the very first part of the first quarter, first half.
Kevin Stepney puts a little floater up that falls.
Kevin Bethel, that's his first bucket of the game.
Kevin Bethel. Why do I want to call him? My name.
1's and 11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's it. I mixed up on the numbers. Mike Wright now. Turnaround jumper, and it falls. Nice move. Right over Adato. Argos back in front, 32-30. I think they're going to be lucky if they make 60. Gruler with the 3, and it's good. Kyle Gruler with the 3, giving the Bulldogs a 1-point lead. Unless, as you said, their 3-point shooting heats up a little bit on both teams.
He's one that can turn it up.
Chavez, top of the key for the Argos to right. Thinks about shooting. Now passes inside. Nice move off the basket by Bowles. And it's 34-33 Argos.
12 points for Jamal Bowles.
Bulldogs 2-0 in the Frontier. Argos 1-1. Stepney with the step back three.
Was it a three-pointer?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think he was at the old three-point line, the women's three-point line, which doesn't matter anymore because there's just one line for everybody. Boyd with the foul, first team foul on the Argos. Stepney hard off the glass. He struggled a little bit at the free throw line last couple of trips, last couple of games. Gets the second one, and we're tied again. 34-34. Right, working against Grueller, over the top of him, puts up the shot, no good. Adedo with the Bulldog rebound. Bethel inside to Adedo. Adedo working, puts a little move up. Not good, but he fell down and the ball fell right into his hands. Bethel, missed the bunny, and here come the Argos.
He kind of fumbled that, didn't he?
Yeah. Chavez hits the three, and the Argos in front by three, 37-34. Pat Jensen has seen enough. He wants a timeout. We'll be back with more on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Our flexible schedule and focus on learning through experience are just right for your world today. Experience One, where you take one course at a time for 18 days and then move on to your next course, is designed to work for you, whether you plan to come to campus, want to stay close to home, or if you need to earn your degree while working or raising a family. And Montana Western is the most affordable university in Montana. Experience the difference, only at University of Montana Western.
We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium, 37-34. Argos on top of the Bulldogs early in the second half.
And what did you say about that three-pointer?
Well, it looked like it. I mean, if you would have had one of those tracking lights that they have when you watch golf, because I know what a big golf watcher you are.
Yes.
It looked like the light was directly into the basket. So some full court pressure put on the Bulldogs by the Argos.
Yeah,
just a little bit to make things interesting.
Use up a little of the shot clock. Little zone now. And this is where I would tell the guards to penetrate between the two players.
Stepney hits the three, and we're tied at 37. 6'3" senior from Seattle, Kent Meridian High School. They're calling. Adato hit the ground, but he's called for the foul. Interesting.
That's number 3, I think.
It's 2.
Number 12, Abby Adato.
So Bethel will take a break. I think it seems like Jensen is just trying to find a combo that maybe can stay consistent.
Abby hits the floor a lot. Oh, Jackson Berkeley.
Little check. Berkeley saying, hey, come on, we need to play better defense. Chavez, quick 3, in and out. I mean, that went halfway down and came out.
Around twice. You got a hold here. I think that was Chavez.
Yeah.
Number 10, Ryan Chavez.
It's his second, team's second.
Fresno, California product, and he's going to take a break. Nobody in foul problem, though.
Nope.
Kyle Grueller has 2 block shots already. Stepney hits another 3. So Jalen Stepney missed a couple threes in the first half, but it looks like he's found the range, and the Bulldogs lead 40-37. Shot is up and no good. Rebound control by the Bulldogs. Kane directing traffic.
1-4 offense.
Stepney puts up another 3 and hits another 3. So 3 straight threes by Jalen Stepney, and the Bulldogs lead 43-37. And we've got a timeout. Our Frontier Conference men's basketball game. We'll be back with more action after this on the Bulldog Sports Network. Step might be in cahoots. We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium. 3 straight three-point baskets by Jalen Stepney has given the Bulldogs a 43-37 lead. Stepney missed 4 threes in the first half.
And I know he probably hasn't anything to do with it, but all of those have come since Coulter Merritt came back onto the floor. Either somebody has to go to guard him. There he is, kicking the ball, disrupting the offense.
The Star Valley, Idaho product.
Yeah. And now a little zone of their own here for the Bulldogs.
Ankeny tipped the ball away out of the passing lane. Argos controlled. Oh, Mike Wright open for the 3 and hits it.
Mike Wright, a junior.
6'7" grad forward from Chicago. He transferred into Providence from Langston University in Oklahoma. inside to Ankney, and from behind was Bowles, but he got the foul. Looked like a pretty clean, but I think there was a little body involved in it, a little bump that the official called the foul on.
Almost every time you go and try to block a shot from the back, officials call that. I didn't say they call a foul, they call that. But it ends up being a foul.
Yeah. Ankney with the first free throw. And second one.
It's pretty good form for a big man.
Well, his free throw shooting has improved too, because I think that was one of those areas he struggled at last year. Coach Jensen said he worked very, very hard on his game in the offseason.
Yeah.
Bulls with the shot and make. 45-42 Bulldogs. 13-10 left to play. Berkeley inside to Stepney. Nice move inside. Nice pass from Berkeley, and it's 47-42 Bulldogs. Stepney, oh, that was nice on the other end. And who wants a timeout? Bowles with the basket. And I didn't see who had the timeout.
It's 16 points for Bowles.
16 points for Stepney, too. 6 of 12 from the field, 3 of 7 threes, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And he has 1 steal. And looking at the rebounds, Bulldogs have a slight advantage over the Argos in rebounding. Bulldogs have 26, and the Argos have 24. Bulldogs 5 offensive, 21 defensive. Argos 9 offensive and 15 defensive.
And they had all 9 of those offensive rebounds in the first half. So the Bulldogs apparently are blocking out better. Jay-Z Isaacson over there, and he's got Mike McLean to help him.
Not a bad person. One of the deans of Montana basketball coaches.
And I am so old, I worked with his dad, Zuni, when I taught in Medicine Lake. See, the zone defense screws up the Bulldog offense just a little bit.
Berkeley puts up the 3 and hits it. That's one way to break a zone. 50-44 Bulldogs. 12-16 left to play. Nice check away by Bulldog defense. Stepney comes away with the ball inside. Berkeley saved the loose ball, gave it to Ankeny. Ankeny, offensive rebound. Merritt. Oh, Merritt, I think he was standing out of bounds.
Was he out of bounds?
Or laying out of bounds.
Good sportsmanship there. Quinn Swanson helps Merritt up. He was flat on his back.
So Argos trailing by 6 with the ball. Chavez all the way to right, wide open in the wing, and he gets it. Wright, a 37% three-point shooter, and I think he's only missed 1 today. 50-47, Bulldogs by 3. Wright, 3 of 5.
He's got 13 points on the day. I was about to say the night, but it is
still day.
It's not even 5:30 yet.
Kane's step back jumper is no good, and pushing and shoving, and I think it's going to be a foul on Wright. He's got that look like, who, me?
Fouls on number 2, Mike Wright Jr.
And he did. He committed the foul, so it will be Bulldog ball underneath.
That's his first. He's played pretty well without any fouls.
Out to Berkeley. Kane has it now to Stepney. Berkeley thinks about a three. Now he goes inside, gives it back to Bethel. He puts up the three, no good. And rebound to Swanson of the Argos. Argos trail by 3, 50-47. And we are getting close to the halfway mark of the half. And somebody zigged when they should have zagged. And Swanson's pass went to, I think that went to Lexi, didn't it? The head cheerleader sitting back there.
Whether she had her hands up or not. I will tell you that if Jackson Berkeley's got the ball, you better get your hands ready. That's as firm a pass as you can have.
So Berkeley or Argo turnover, and the Bulldogs have the ball. Bethel far side to Kane. Kane back to Stepney. Stepney's three is good. Jalen Stepney with the three, and it's 53-47. Bulldogs, 10-14 left to play.
He's putting on kind of a clinic.
He is. Speaking of clinics, Boyd, Antoine Boyd hits a three. Just like that, it's from a 6 to a 3-point lead by the Bulldogs. And both teams have found the three-point groove. Step back three for Stepney. He's human. He missed one, but Kane gets the offensive rebound for the Bulldogs. Merritt has it. He thinks about going inside. Now off to Kane. Bethel to Merritt.
Oh.
Merritt puts up a shot, and shot clock violation because it was an air ball. Here comes a mini fast break. Chavez step back three, and he hits it. And this game is tied again, 53-53, and Pat Jensen wants a timeout, or it may have been a media timeout. Regardless, it's 53-53. Montana Western and Providence Frontier Conference men's basketball. We'll be back on the Bulldog Sports Network.
We are champions of character.
One out of 10 and 1 out of 11.
We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium. What a game we've got here. Good Frontier Conference game. Neither team has really gained control. Both teams have held leads, but the leads haven't stuck around very long.
This game has been tied up 10 times, I think.
Is that all?
Well, it was 8 times, I guess, in the first half.
So it'll be
Oh,
Bulldogs
7
ball, and here comes Alan Kane. He'll bring it down and set the Bulldog offense. Adedo inside to Stepney. Stepney in the wing to, Bethel to Stepney, and Stepney hit another shot from the threes. Mr. Stepney is a little on the crazy side right now. Is that 6 threes or 7 threes for him?
It's 5 here in the second half.
Oh. And Husha gets a 3, and it's 56-56. Like, who has the ball last in this game? Kyle Gruler outside. Good defense by the Argos. Adedo top of the key, off to Kane. Kane to Gruler. Gruler thinks about one to Stepney, and it was tipped out of bounds on the pass. Somebody underneath in a blue jersey tipped it out of bounds, so it will be Kevin Bethel putting the ball in play with just 5 seconds on the shot clock. And Adedo drives in, goes up, puts it in, and scores. Adedo, finally a basket that's not a 3. 58-56.
Can't stay in there much longer, buddy.
Steal. No foul called, and Chavez sent Kane to the ground, but no foul was called. And at the other end, Swanson with the layup, and it's tied at 58. 7:21 left to play. Gruler puts up the 3, doesn't fall. Who's got the ball? Finally, the Argos control. Boyd has it. He's quickly down court. Shot, no good, but with the offensive putback is Anasofs.
Got to block out.
60-58. Argos. 6:40 left to play. Alan Kane open for the 3, in and out, no good. Argo rebound. Kane has been ice cold since that big game he had on a week ago Sunday. .6:10 left to play. Shot clock down to 5. Chavez with the ball.
Shot clock expired.
Well, it happened right at the same time the foul was called.
And it's 2 shot.
At to Anasofs at the free throw line. 67% free throw shooter, and he misses the first one. Averages 7 points a game. Misses both of them. Adedo with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs trail by 2, 60-58. Stepney with the 3, rebound, battle for, finally controlled by Boyd. Oh, nice move to the basket by Bowles. And another timeout. It is 62-58 Argos. 5:34 left to play. This may be a media timeout. And we'll be back with more basketball on the Bulldog Sports Network.
at the very beginning.
We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium. Final 5.5 minutes or so of a Frontier Conference basketball game, and it's been a good one. Low scoring. Both teams average in the 80s. Bulldogs at 80, Argos at 82. And right now the score is 62-58 with 5:34 left to play.
Now let's see what they're going to do. A little zone defense. See, they've only got one guy, a point guy out here on defense. I need to have two guards, one on either side of him.
Kane puts up the three, in and out, no good. The Bulldogs, all of a sudden there's a lid on the Bulldog basket, but not one on the Argos. They've had some good scoring plays, and they lead by 4, 62-58. And it looks like they're going to slow things down a little bit. Four seconds on the shot clock.
Take it out, yeah. Oh!
Foul called on Gruler.
Fouls on number 23, Kyle Ruler.
I heard Coach Jensen say a couple of phrases.
Yep.
Box out, get the rebound. Adanosovs makes the first free throw, and he'll get the second. He extends the Argo lead 63-58. And he gets them both. So after missing two, he gets two, and it's 64-58. The Argo lead has stretched to 6 with 4:40 left to play. Bulldogs need to figure out a way to take the lid off the basket.
And good passing is part of the answer. Spacing, good passing.
Adado puts up the three, doesn't get it, and rebound tipped out of bounds.
Adado, I think, was confused. Somebody shouting one, and it was the
Argo bench.
Argo
They got
bench.
big grins over there.
Yeah, they talked him into a wild shot.
Four minutes left to play. Argos lead by 6.
They can run
8
off.
seconds on the shot clock. Gruler with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Lots of time left, but the Bulldogs got to figure out a way to take that lid off the basket. And the Argos are playing great defense. Berkeley puts up the three, doesn't hit it, but Stepney is fouled and gets knocked to the ground, and he'll be shooting a couple. Fell right at the feet of Dillon Tribune editor J.P. Plutt.
They called that one on Swanson, his first.
Stepney gets the first one. It's 59-64. Gets them both, and it's 64-60 Argos. 3:23 left to play. Bad pass by the Argos, and it gives the ball right back to the Bulldogs. Stepney puts up the three, doesn't fall, but it's an Argo rebound. So as hot as Jalen Stepney was for a while, he's just the opposite. Bowles from the free throw line, no good, and Gruler with the rebound. 2:43 left to play.
Plenty of time. But it's about time to score.
Well, the Bulldogs, they have not made, I don't know how long it's been since they've had a basket, but it's been quite a while. There's a lid on the Bulldog basket. Kane is open on the wing. It doesn't fall. Rebound to the Argos. Not much you can do when you get the shot, but it doesn't fall.
Gonna have a little push. Oh, nope.
Got a foul, or excuse me, a timeout. Timeout on the court. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left. Montana Western 60, University of Providence 64. Back with more on the Bulldog Sports Network. You have timeout going. Okay, we just got a technical lesson from our director. And if you notice, Brett, we haven't talked about your fun-filled trip home after the Christmas break. We've stayed quiet.
The trip home was fine. It was coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Argos with the ball in a 4-point lead, 2 minutes left to play. Almost a steal by Kevin Bethel. 3 by Swanson is good. That may put a dagger. And remember, he's a 52% three-point shooter. Adedo inside with the basket. 1:35 left to play. It's a 5-point Argo lead. And a little bit of full court pressure put on the Bulldogs, by the Bulldogs. Oh, and they're going to call Gruler with the foul. And he says, okay, yep, I did it.
But that's number 4 on Kyle.
They need a Peyton Hagee moment pretty soon.
Yeah.
Gruler with the defensive rebound, 1:14 left to play. 5-point Argo lead.
Not an awful lot of time to
Do
find a
it
shot.
much. Yeah. And the Argos continue to play great defense. Gruler puts up the 3. This one he hits. 67-65 Argos. Wow. What do you do, Coach Miller?
That's as close to a Peyton Hagee moment as we're going to get. Well, you need a stop. That's the first thing. And you need to do it probably without fouling. It's too early to put the Argos on the free throw line. Going to play great defense, maybe even deny the ball to the inbound from the inbounders. But the Bulldogs have missed an awful lot of shots here in the second half.
Well, in particular, the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. Mike McLean making sure that the inbounder can run the baseline. He's got to be such a good assistant. You know, there are things when I was a head coach, my first assistant had no idea about basketball. And it's really stressing if you have to do it all. My second year was so much better. Third year was great. But if you have a good assistant, JC can talk to the players while Shikey and Mike McLean talk to the officials, talk to the scoreboard or score table, make sure they've got everything right. It's such a plus for Gary Haverfield, or for Pat Jensen. He's got Gary Haverfield. There's a few years of coaching experience in this building.
Yeah.
And they're making it nice and long.
So under a minute to play, Argos with a 2-point lead. 48 seconds left. Open is Swanson for a three, doesn't get it. And Dado comes away with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Under 30 seconds left to play. Jalen Stepney will set things up for Montana Western.
All coming down to that last shot now.
Kane has the ball, 7 seconds on it, on the clock. Kane works his way in, puts the shot up, and no good. And it's 1.3 seconds.
And I think Kyle Gruler just fouled out. Yeah.
Yep, he did. So Merritt will come in, but we have a timeout with 1.3 seconds. But what can you call? What can you do in this kind of situation?
You can hope that the shooter misses. You got the rebound. You have one.
No, there's no foul. I mean, there's no free throw.
Free throws, yeah. Now, you're going to have to deny the inbounds, get somebody on the inbounder, deny the ball to everybody. If you can get a 5-second call, that'd be great. See, there's Dawson Henshaw. He's talking with the officials while Pat takes care of things with the team. Having a good assistant, that's a team thing. And the same lady keeps coming, leaning over my shoulder.
Does she have a camera in her hand?
She does, and she's liable to backhand me with it. He goes to check everything at the scoring table.
I think it's 1.3 seconds, isn't it? As I remember. Well, the Bulldogs had their chances, but they could not buy a basket. And the Argos, on the other hand, they took advantage of everything the Bulldogs gave them.
Now this.
Bulls will put the ball.
He's got to stay right there.
And a foul with 0.3 seconds. So you have to have the inbound pass, steal the inbound pass, and then score a basket.
Yeah, pretty tough now. And Isaacson going to take a little timeout, settle everybody down. He's got to. He can tell him, unless you make a terrible, terrible mistake, you've got the ball game.
Well, Gruler had 13 points and 11 rebounds. before he fouled out. Stepney leading scorer, though, for the Bulldogs with 24, and then Adato with 10. And then you look over on the Providence side, and they also had 3 players in double figures. So, but
pretty low scoring.
Yes,
for these two teams.
Yeah.
Either that means your offense didn't click, or the defense, your opponent's defense, overpowered you.
Argos with they're what, 13 or 16 points under, 15 points under their average.
Oh,
So the Argos get their second road win. They beat Carroll and Helena. Now they beat Western in Dillon. Final score, University of Providence 67, Montana Western 65. We'll be back and look at a few stats on the Bulldog Sports Network.
My name is Matt Allen. I'm the Director of Admissions at the University of Montana Western. Montana Western is the only U.S. public institution in the country that operates on a block scheduling model called Experience One. Instead of your semester looking like this in a traditional system, the block schedule at Montana Western looks like this. This innovative approach allows students to really focus on that one homework area, have one final, communicate with one professor. More importantly, there's one professor communicating with that class. The big difference between Montana Western and other institutions is that our students typically have 2 to 3 years of experience in their field of study. And it's experience that employers and grad schools are looking for. And like I said, it's experience that a lot of college students don't typically have at that point in time in their academic career. Student success is our top priority, so our faculty and staff are here to help students through their entire student experience.
Here, so we'll wrap this up pretty quick. Okay, we are back at the Stroud Gymnasium looking at the stats really quick. Jalen Stepney led the Bulldogs with 24, and the Bulldogs, when we look at the overall shooting percentage, second half they were 8 of 19, 42%, game 31%. That is nasty. Not pretty, not anything. Oh, I'm sorry, that was 3-point. But their regular field goal is not that terrific either, which spells at 41% overall. And how many missed shots do you think they had in that last few minutes?
There were way too many there in the last few minutes.
And then Argos, they did everything right. They took advantage of each Bulldog turnover. They did everything they needed to do to win the game. And, the Argos, I think you got to figure them into the top tier of the Frontier Conference now. They played excellent. It's going to be interesting down the line. This could be one of those Frontier Conference years that when all is said and done, the last weekend will decide the seeding for the tournament, because I think Rocky is the only one that has not been beat on the men's side. We don't know what's happening right now, so we don't know.
But this is the thing about the Frontier Conference. The teams beat each other up all the way through the season, and suddenly you get down to the postseason time. You've got a lot of teams that are very, very good, but their records are kind of beat up a little bit because they've gotten beat by other teams here in the Frontier Conference. They control the the offense on almost all the other games, that sometimes that Frontier Conference just makes it so tough.
Well, in this game, there was never really anybody really had a decided advantage. Nobody built a huge lead. Providence had their biggest lead was 7, and Western's biggest lead was 6, and that was it. I mean, the game was pretty close, but once again, those final 6 or 7 minutes, the Argos made everything happen to their advantage. The Bulldogs struggled. They really struggled.
And,
but
like the game was so close, the score was tied 13 times, and the lead changed 12 times. So we're talking about a very, very closely fought, well-played game, even though nobody's offense really shined.
Well, in rebounding, it was pretty close too. Argos 37 and the Bulldogs 36. So very, very good. But bottom line is, my old friend, former football coach at Western and the Grizzlies, once said the only numbers on the score that count on the scoreboard are the ones, and you want yours to be bigger than the other guys. So we'll just wrap that up here. We'll be back here on Thursday night at 5 o'clock for Montana Tech and Montana Western. But for Mike Miller and Brett Wiebe, our producer-director, I'm Wally Felt, and we'll be saying good night from the Stroud Gymnasium on the Bulldog Sports Network.